Hey, I just wanted to catch you up on where I'm at. I'm helping my daughter unpack some of her move today, and it is blistering hot. So I don't know how long I'm going to last. It's amazing how much work there is once someone passes away. And I'm not the executor of Scott's estate, but I've been trying to help and get things going. Oh my goodness, craziest things. Today we were notified that Scott had terminated his employment with Canada Post in 2014. What? No, he didn't. It's amazing. Like, there's just so much, like, department to department to department. Oh, we can't talk to you. We need to have all this documentation. So we send the documentation. Oh, the documentation doesn't say this, this, and this. We need a different one. And it's like, oh my word, they make this so hard. And I understand the reasons. They don't want identity theft and all that kind of stuff, but gracious, when I'm already tired and I'm already like weepy and all that stuff, this just seems like so much. But I am so glad we got so much stuff done ahead of time. I have to say, like Scott loved me by preparing for all of this stuff. Like the things that we all got ready, the things that we made sure we did. Like, I actually feel a passion to let other people know what some of these things are, so that nobody else has to go through worse situations than what we did. Ours have been like really fairly smooth, except for him being terminated, which is so not true. But anyway, we did get that. I did get that figured out today. So yeah, there's like so many things that have to be done. And if you're in the throes of emotion, boy, that does not make it any easier. So one of the biggest sort of symptoms of grief, if you want to put it that way, that I'm experiencing is exhaustion. Just so tired, and lots of dreams, lots of nightmares. So my sleep's not great, and just like really low motivation and triggers at different things. And it's the weirdest things that trigger me, but I know that that's normal. And so I am just going to keep going and keep going. I do have lots of support. And so I feel very supported. I don't feel alone in this journey. And a lot of that is you guys sending messages, sending texts, reminding me that you're still praying for me. So I really appreciate that. And then like just the day to day, like here today, I'm trying to help my daughter unpack, just getting my mind on other things. I did make a to-do list of things that I could do that are like, I don't want to say like normal, but like little things that have to be done that I can just check something off my list, so that in a day where it's just, I'm weepy, I'm tired, I can't get out of bed kind of thing, that I can still get something done. So I am doing that. I am taking my own advice. I am coaching myself through this as best I can. And I think it's next week I will talk to a grief counselor just to make sure I'm doing this all in a healthy way. But yeah, the tears are always close. And went for a ride on the Spider yesterday and just loved it, and was just so glad that Scott gave me the opportunity to learn to ride it last year. I passed my road test this year, so I'm legally allowed to take passengers and drive at night. So yeah, lots of things are still good and hard all at the same time. So I just wanted to like drop in and say thanks for your support. And I want to ask you guys this. So like in the comments or send me a message. What are some things that you'd like to know either about Scott's last days? I still want to talk to you about some of the things that they were so cool that I'd love to talk to you guys about. Or if you have questions about what are some things you guys could do to be prepared for a death in your own family, whether that's parents or a spouse, or even if you're the executor of someone else's will. As I am learning a ton. So I would love to give some information on that if that's interesting. Another thing, I have gotten some really good questions about like, what was it like to have someone die at home? A few people have said, like it sounds so great, but I would be so worried. I've never been around someone who has died, and that would scare me. And I hadn't been around anyone. I'd never been in the room when anyone died before, so I wasn't sure what to expect. I had no idea. So if there are any questions that you guys have, this would give me purpose in my grief. If you guys would ask the questions that you actually do want to ask. Don't feel afraid. I am not easily offended, and you're not going to like shock me with your questions or anything. So go ahead, ask your questions, because it might help me process the grief and the process and the journey, and I'd be happy to share. Thanks, guys.